Hello and welcome back. Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge, here with you. Thank you for checking out the content and supporting the channel. If you like the content and enjoy sports commentary, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Every time Anthony Edwards struggles, I find myself wondering if he can put this team on his back. The fact that he finished with 16 points on 5 of 13 shooting, including 1 of 7 from three-point range, and constantly faces criticism because, for one, people compare him to MJ, the GOAT, who came way before him, and secondly, he talks smack and can't really back it up. Now, I'm not throwing shade at Edwards because I like Ant. You guys hear me say it all the time, that his ability to do multiple things at a high level, his style of play resembles MJ. On top of that, he's athletic, fearless when he wants to be, physical when he wants to be, aggressive when he wants to be, making shots some nights and breaking everything the next night. I want to give some shine to Ant, but he can do better. He has to want to do better. He's got to be better. And he should. I think he focuses more on his trash talk than anything else. I think if he focuses more on his game and spend less time talking and more time grinding, he'll be on top of his game. To me, and what I take away from his game is his game is very immature at times. If he puts together everything he's capable of doing, he could be the closest thing to MJ because he reminds you of him in terms of his skill set, play style, and mindset. That's where the comparison comes in. But now, after Game 4, his poor showing, I don't know what I'm watching when I'm watching Ant. Unacceptable, that performance. Let this serve as a reminder that in this series, particularly, that he's not quite on that level that everybody says he is. I'm keeping that in mind because in a pathetic performance and an ugly loss to OKC, a silver lining has certainly emerged. Right now, I don't believe in him, for real. As of now, he's not there. A superstar doesn't put up that kind of performance and then in his defense says he didn't get enough shots to say he struggled. Come on now. If you are this superstar everybody say you are, demand the ball. The reality is the person who wants the ball more will get it, and right now Ant seems as if he doesn't want the ball. There's plenty to doubt about him and this Wolves team, which could give him the ammunition he needs in Game 5. This is the playoffs, man. You have to ask for the ball and shoot with conviction. You have to be confident and trust yourself enough to make shots, especially in moments when your team needs you to step up and be that guy. Superstars are relentless, fearless, and rise to the occasion. They step up to the big stage when it matters and when the whole world is watching. The Wolves are built in the image of Edwards. Minnesota could be scary. Playing at a high level, they could be a really terrorizing team playing high-level basketball if he elevates his team and inspires everybody around him. I think it's part of his role to set the tone early. It doesn't take a particularly discerning eye to tell when he has disappeared. Great players don't disappear. Great players make an impact on the game. Great players don't fail to have an impact on the game as often as Edwards does. After the way he let his team down, I don't want to hear that he's the new face of the league. I don't want to hear it. You can't play like that. His indecision creates an uncharacteristic hesitation in his shot. Really frustrating. The bottom line for me is that Edwards' strengths, and we all know what they are not good enough to cover up his weaknesses. That's my takeaway. I've watched every second, from game one up until now, and we know what he does well, and that's shoot the basketball. But when his shots are off, he's mortal. He's nobody to fear because more than anything, he's the guy lacking confidence, afraid to take shots. He's afraid to shoot the ball. And we know he hasn't done well. And unfortunately for him and the Wolves, they're now down 3-1 against OKC. He was not able to take over, to score the ball, to impose his will long enough against OKC to continue to do what he does well enough to help his team win. And what the weaknesses are, and again, it's mostly his mid-range game. He just can't create. Not good enough. Not better than SGA. Not better than OKC. The OKC star players were better than the Wolves star players. We can get on Julius Randle as well while we're at it. He was worse, only 5 points. Minnesota's offense is just not good enough. I still don't like Ant's body language. The Wolves are a jumbled mess. As an individual game, Ant got to play better basketball. It's as simple as that. End of story. Scared to shoot, can't buy a basket, can't make anything. Like, how are you supposed to win games like that? It's come across as very alarming. I thought both Randle and Ant had an identity. I thought both of them had more focus. And I thought this team had more heart. You only taking 2 shots in the first half tells me you're not ready to go. It is a constant with Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards that they like to take nights off. Too many times, Edwards specifically, offensively, he has disappeared, and I would further say he's been slipping up defensively as well. He's supposed to be a two-way player who can score the basketball with efficiency and defend with regularity. Well, we're not seeing that all the time from Edwards, and I don't expect to see much of it from Julius Randle, who to me is not an elite number 2 option. I don't give a damn what he's done in these playoffs to make you think he's a quality player. Never put money on him. Randle was outstanding at both ends of the floor against the Los Angeles Lakers. And you don't win that series without Julius. Then he stepped up with 29 points against the Warriors in Game 5 of that series. He hasn't done much since, really. We have not seen that nearly enough. To me, he was at his best against the Lakers, where he was scoring points, being an offensive threat. Their offense comes and goes because those guys can't be trusted. They're unreliable and useless. You've seen it in this series. For some odd reason, Anthony Edwards is not fully living up to his potential. I think now would be a good time to start showing up when it matters. He needs to find a way to be at his best. It's the playoffs. Hello, wake up, put up or shut up. It's a tall order to maintain one status as this so-called face of the league, while also reminding everybody that you can't be that guy that carries your team. The open question of his career will be whether his smack talk can match his energy on the court. It was the type of game, Game 4, the type of game that not only exposed him, but also ended his bid for face of the league. It is surprising to me that he's as passive as he's been. It's not Ant's league until he wins something. And to me, his lack of accountability after that game knocks him out of the race for face of the league. He hasn't shown us he can be nearly on MJ's level. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to be about it. When you've established yourself as a superstar, you're judged on a different standard. And to respond the way he did after the game, unable to take full responsibility, after that, he's officially out of the running for face of the league. That cannot be the face of the league. That performance was something that was not acceptable, and more disappointing was the way he handled it after the fact. Game 4 is tonight. The Minnesota Timberwolves are facing elimination. Their backs are against the wall, and this is a game they must have. And if Anthony Edwards doesn't show up, and if Julius Randle doesn't show up, then this series is over. They can forget it. Their season is a wrap. We'll see what happens. But guys, I'm checking out of here now. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love and support. Without you guys, as I always say, none of this is possible. So I truly appreciate everybody who takes the time out of their day to, check out the channel, to watch the content, to see what I'm putting out there. Really appreciate the love. But we'll talk again very soon, guys. I got to go. I got something to do before the game later on. So we'll talk very, very soon. Once again, you'll see my face again. No doubt about it. I'm always coming with new content. But guys, we'll talk again soon. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace.